And looks like he's having a nice feast.
She, her.
Yeah.
I'm not, sir. Not, sir. Not, sir.
I'd like to welcome that man to the brink. Folks, remember to like, comment, and subscribe if you like me and you like what we do here. And if you love it, you can also become a Daily Caller patron. Remember, holidays are around the corner. There is no better gift than the gift that keeps on giving, right? So here's a dude who woke up, he put a dress, he put makeup on, he put his hair in a bun, and then he threw a tantrum because someone called him by his biological gender. Watch the clip.
Hi. I use she, her pronouns. I'm not, sir. Yeah, like it's like a knife in the heart. Yeah, I'm just going to go.
Yes,
Okay.
sir? I'm so sorry. I apologize.
It's just always like a knife. It always hurts every single time. I was wondering if there's a manager I could talk to about something that happened. Yeah, I was called sir. Oh, okay. It just really sucks every time it happens. Sorry about that. I don't need to be called ma'am. I just need to not be called sir, you know?
It looks like he's having a nice feast.
She, her.
Why are people apologizing to him, right? They should be apologizing to women like myself who are made a mockery by men like this, right? Women are being turned into caricatures in the name of progress. But this extends past, what is a woman, which, I'm sure some Supreme Court justice can't answer that, but I can. This is a sad video because this is a man who is mentally ill. This is a cry for help, right? And that's not just me saying it, right? Gender dysphoria is a psychiatric disorder, literally. And to feed into these delusions by apologizing to this man is insulting not only to us, individuals who are mentally ill, but to the poor people in the video as well, right? This man, he doesn't need apologies or coddling. He needs professional medical help, right? He needs a doctor. It's not like this man has these delusions and he keeps them to himself, okay? He is actually trying to force other people to believe in his own fantasies, and he gets mad at them when they don't.
Thank you. Did you call me sir? I just want to tell you that the person who gave me this called me sir. Called me sir.
Oh, yeah.
It's just like, it kind of just hurts a lot to get called sir.
Oh, sorry about that.
That requires mental help. And it doesn't make sense because, and I've been thinking about this recently, we're constantly told by these people, well, I was born this way, so that's why I'm gay, or I was born this way, so that's why I'm trans, or, whatever else is on the alphabet spectrum. But then if we say, okay, well, you were also born a biological male, they're like, no, I wasn't born that way. Which is it? Are you born one way or are you not born some way? And another thing, why have we all started saying biological man or biological woman to describe people? And I'll be honest, I just did it, right? And I sometimes even do it when I'm writing articles about a transgender person because I somehow have to denote to our normal thinking readers the science behind this, right? Not because I'm trying to keep up with the trend, but because a lot of people, for instance, over the age of 60, right? My family members, they can't wrap their heads around when I say transgender woman. So I have to somehow explain this ludicrous concept by redefining womanhood. But no, I'm not a biological woman. I'm a woman. There is only one way to be a woman, and that is through biology. So no, you don't need that qualifier in the front, biological woman, right? It's the same way I'm not a cis woman. I'm a woman. And for those of you who may not know what cis is, it is literally someone who is just not mentally ill, okay? Example, I was born with female body parts. I am a female, and I believe the science supporting it. And yet, for some reason, men in this video say, no, that's not a woman. That's a cis woman. No, there's only one type of woman, and you're not any of them, right? You're not one of them because there's only one. And speaking of this absolute nonsense, the ACLU is begging the Supreme Court to block a Tennessee law that says little kids can't have their boobs hacked off. So the law in question bans healthcare providers from offering things like surgeries, puberty blockers, cross-sex hormones to children, all very reasonable, right? And, in the same vein that we don't let a 13-year-old, walk into, tats and gats, right, gets a tattoo because they're permanent. But these children are the same children that aren't too young to make life-altering decisions to their bodies permanently, right? Cleaving healthy breast tissue off, removing their genitalia. And we're going to allow their delusions to be fed, or are we going to let the adults remain in charge? And that's what Tennessee did. Now, I want to turn our attention to something that is a few days old, but it really deserves national attention. So remember how if you questioned whether the 2020 election was safe with all that mail-in voting, you were labeled a right-wing nut job because, of course, mail-in voting is safe, even though they just threw it on our laps, 7 months before an election, and 500,000 ballots were thrown out of the primaries because there were so many issues, not to mention all the ballots that were thrown out during the general. Well, that must be true for everywhere but Paterson, New Jersey, where Paterson Council Speaker Alex Mendez allegedly stole a crap ton of ballots, along with his wife and 2 campaign supporters, to rig the election in his favor. This is according to a bunch of new allegations. So apparently Mendez, he wanted to be elected as the state attorney general so badly that he and his posse stole ballots from people's mailboxes, filled them out, and then tried to mail the fakes in so he could win. Now, authorities say several hundred ballots were stolen and then used to try to vote to get this guy to win. But remember, we can trust Democrats with mail-in ballots because other than this huge scam, right, other than all the other issues we saw plague the mail-in ballot issues, they're totally safe and secure. Totally. It's the same way the vaccines are super safe and secure, right? And speaking of Democrats, listen to New York Attorney General Letitia James.
By lying about his net worth, Donald Trump and the Trump Organization were able to get these loans for much better terms than they should have. The banks thought Donald Trump had more money than he did, so they offered him loans at lower interest rates. As a result, over the years, the Trump Organization derived unfair financial benefits from banks alone in the amount of $168 million.
Interesting. So the trial's ongoing, and yet Letitia James apparently knows without a doubt that Donald Trump did in fact lie in his debt statements. I guess, I don't know, I was like reading this, this book behind me, the Constitution. I thought in America you are innocent until proven guilty. How are we supposed to believe that Donald Trump will get a fair trial when the Attorney General herself has already decided Trump's fate before the court has even finished a trial to hear all the evidence to make that decision? This is what we mean when we say that the justice system is weaponized. They have used the law to try and pin some offense on Trump, and before the court can even finish a trial, authorities are telling us matter-of-factly that Trump is guilty. So then why have the trial? You know he's guilty, right? And it reminds me of Robert Jackson. He was a Supreme Court justice, and he wrote, "It is a question of picking the man and then searching the law books to pin some offense on him. It is in this realm in which the prosecutor picks some person whom he dislikes or desires to embarrass and then looks for an offense." That is Letitia James. This man had, foresight like no other, okay? He knew exactly what was coming for not only Donald Trump, but for the people of America, right? When there is a prosecutor who has a political vendetta, which we know she had. She campaigned on nailing him, right? Before she even had evidence in front of her for anything, she said, "I'm going to get him."
I'm running for Attorney General because I will never be afraid to challenge this illegitimate president. I believe that the President of these United States can be indicted for criminal offenses, and we would join with law enforcement and other attorneys general across this nation in removing this president from office. In addition to that, the Office of Attorney General will continue to follow the money because we believe that he's engaged in a pattern and practice of money laundering the money from foreign governments here in New York State, and particularly related to his real estate holdings. It's important that everyone understand that the days of Donald Trump are coming to an end.
Okay? She had her eyes set on him. She found the man, and then she just went through the law book. Oh yeah, I could probably charge him here, 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 here. That is not justice. That is not America. Because this is America on the brink. Folks, we will have more for you tomorrow right here. And again, I want to just say thank you so much for all of you who listen, watch, tune in, subscribe, share with your friends. You guys mean the world.